got it. Okay.
Did I get it right?
You supposed to come straight in, but we gonna come with it.
Did I get it right?
Ain't got no money. Hey. Ain't got no fancy car. Hey. Come on, Eddie. I'm a millionaire. Hey. Or a movie star. There's nothing in this world that I possess to equal your love and your tenderness. Here we go. I've got nothing but love for you, baby. Got nothing but love for you. Come on, bro. Snap out of it. Come on, man. Smile, motherfucker. Nothing but love. Huh? So much love. Oh, man.
All right, Charles.
That's my movie right there.
I know. That's why we thought we had to, you know what I mean? We had to get it out there. You know what I'm saying? Bridging the Gap Podcast, episode 165. We are back in the building, and today is a special day.
Special guest.
We got a special guest. Usually here at Bridging the Gap, like Uncle Face like to say, he writes everything in 3-part harmony. 3-part harmony. But today is 4-part harmony. Oh, yeah. You still got that blade. I like that. You know what I'm saying?
I got you.
Keep it on the low. All right.
I got you.
You want to kick your intro, or you want me to jump in?
So I want to give somebody flowers today. Today we got
A little bit more energy. Come on, dog. We just off of the heartbeats. Come on, dog.
a special guest. We got writer Arthur,
Radio
songwriter, curator,
You said it right.
podcast host, and AKA the first Aquila to be. We'll get into that later.
Also, radio programmer.
We'll get into that
You
later.
know what I'm saying?
We'll get into that
Put it all
later.
in there. We have Tyre Moore, AKA Just Tyre, in the building. Can I get a yay, or you move too far away from that already? See, that's why we got to get the other phone. Yeah, I mean, Tyre Moore. Come on. Hey. I've got nothing but love. Welcome to the trap, Tyre. Welcome to the trap. We making it happen. You know what I'm saying? We are bridging the gap. We do what we do. We are going to get into some stuff. Bub, do you want to kick it off? Do you want me to kick it off? Well, before we do anything, introduce yourself for the people that do not know. Tell them where they can find you at, and then we're going to get into some fun.
First of all, I'm happy to be here.
Thank you. Thank you for coming.
All the time. So
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you for my flowers. That was amazing. As Faye said, my name is Tyre Moore, aka Just Tyre, as Big Dan said. Owner of Just Tyre Brand LLC, social media manager, and curator for Podcast Link Philly and the Mr. Know It All podcast, and myself. Author 2 books, Fresh Cappuccino Sugar, Kids Bay.
Yes.
Which is a journal for men and women. So,
Yes.
You know.
Self-care journal, 6-week workbook. You know.
Listen.
Hey, listen, what you thought you was coming here and we don't do our see, we ain't had a guest on in a while, you know what I'm saying? If you don't know about Bridging the Gap, we do our research now. We do our research, you know what I'm saying? We're going to talk about all this.
Listen, shout out CEO Road. We got that episode brewing too. He said something. See, I get all my game from the behind the scenes talk with people.
Right.
And he said, yo, like, the podcast game is saturated. I got a talk show.
Right.
And, you know, you just go at it differently. It's journalism. You gotta look at it as that. So today we did that. And y'all gonna see a different episode.
I
want to give my gang they flowers.
Hey, man.
I love it.
The Gap is back.
I also got a graphic design line, it's t-shirts and tumblers. These are all my quotes. It's called Author Tees. This one is Time to Fill My Cup. So it has a double meaning. Time to fill this cup and time to fill my internal cup. So I'm never empty. So it's my reminder. If I look at this, I'm like, all right, time to fill my cup. So that's back July 1st. So and you can follow me on Instagram, JUSTTYABRAND LLC. I don't think I forgot nothing, but I've been in the radio podcasting for 16 years. I was retired, and then my crew made me come back out of retirement because I wanted to stay behind the scenes, but they said no. So here I am.
Yeah, originally I was supposed to be behind the scenes. I was supposed to be the man behind the camera.
You are.
I mean, but y'all be putting me out here on Front Street. You know what I'm saying? You the
You got
face.
to defend
You're the
yourself.
social
Hey.
butterfly.
No, he's
now-
a social butterfly.
So now I see for myself that you actually are in the room.
I'm
'Cause
in the
I told-
room. I be trying to. I'm right
I
here.
said, yo, he must be virtual and they doing it in person.
Everybody be swearing. I'm right here, a couple feet away.
No, okay.
All right, so since let's you got the books right there. Can you hold them up for me one more time? The one is Self-Care is Bay. Before it. Self-Care is Bay. Bay is an acronym before anything else. It's a self-care workbook, 6-week journal. Also, you also have Fresh Cup of Tea, No Sugar. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
Which also to me felt like a mental health book as well
is, it
as
is.
sort of a autobiography.
Yes.
Giving some history on you.
Yep.
So let me ask you a question real quick. Your desire to become an author started in 6th grade. What would you go back and give 6th grade? What advice would you go back and give 6th grade Taya?
That she is enough. To always remember that she is enough. It's not her fault that her dad abandoned her at 6 years old. After he said he'd be back in 2 weeks. What else? That I was born different, and I need to accept that I was born different. I always struggle with that, why am I so different? A lot of people say they're different. I really am different, but and as I say in the first chapter, I was born with blue eyes, so I should have known I was gonna be different.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's basically what I would tell her is that you are enough. You don't have to, and just embrace who I am.
Okay.
Yeah.
Right. So you said in your book you were stating how when you started getting that desire to become an author, you wanted to write the Black Babysitters Club, stuff like that.
The Black Are You There, God Is Me, Margaret by Judy Blume. Yes.
Later on, you got into your, I feel like, I don't know if y'all was into the hood novels back in the day, Coldest Winter Ever, you know what I'm saying?
I read them all.
And I mean, I saw, of course, I saw that in there. That's one of my wife's favorite books. I never read that one. I was true to the game, Block Party, all I never got to the core. The title threw me off. When everybody was, I thought it was like some other shit. I didn't know it was a street novel. Is there any aspirations to possibly delve back into that side of it, like maybe trying to create a new, the new Coldest Winter Ever, the new True to the Game, to create just to basically create a new story. You know what I'm saying? To give to the world. No, I tried.
I tried to write fiction. Actually, before I wrote this, I was writing a fiction book called When It Rains It Pours, right? And then I lost it. My computer wiped the entire thing out. I was 80 pages in. And I was just like, it wasn't meant to be. Okay. You know what I mean? And then, some years later, that's when I started Fresh Cup of Tea, No Sugar.
Okay. But what's your favorite book?
Of all time?
No, face. What's your favorite book?
Of all time?
Come on, give it to me.
I can't pick. I could tell you one that impacted me.
Give it to me. He sends me 30 books a month. We have you in the audio books. And he just sends me. I get to the point where I like, hey, listen, dog. I feel like you trying to tell me I need to get my shit together. Everything you send me is self-help. Send me a story or something. What are you trying to tell me? You had to pull your title. You had to pull your library out.
It's by Miguel. Miguel Ruiz. The Four Agreements.
Okay.
Is on Audible. That impacted me a lot. That was a good joint to me, but I read a lot, so I can't just pick one.
Do you have a favorite book?
I don't read a lot. Will Smith and
Will Smith was a good book.
Will Smith's book was amazing. Did you read it? That was amazing.
It ain't because they both from Philly. And Wallow book. I read half of it.
Bob likes books like Wallow book.
Yeah, I'm halfway through that one. I actually started 50.
I'm not a book boy. I was never a book boy. I'm not a reader.
There's nothing wrong with that.
Nothing wrong with that.
No, I'm just saying I'm not a. Why is that? I'm not a fucking book. I can't read books. I can read them. I just never had the time to read them.
So you do Audible, you listen to them?
No, I don't even do that. I'm talking about from back then and now.
Now you got to try audiobooks, Bub. You be on that truck all day, throw an audiobook in there. It'll broaden your horizon.
But here's the thing. I was never interested in coming up. I was never interested coming up. Nobody never really made me sit down and read. You know, Big Brother Will ain't gonna say, here, read a book. He ain't gonna do that. You know what he gonna say? Hey, sell a rock. Well,
you reading? Oh, you bitch.
Yeah, you reading.
You little bitch, you reading?
Yeah, so we're trying to change.
This is what I'm saying. You gotta understand.
Hey, listen, he ain't lying. Hey, listen, that family household we grew up in, you little niggas reading, you bitches.
Niggas reading. That was threw in the trash can.
You gonna go sell a brick?
So yeah, and I'm funny, and that's what I'm saying now. Y'all two is like everybody read books. I'm just thinking of myself. I don't read books.
You should try.
Why I don't?
It's just actually, you know, it's all good, but we gonna get you there.
As much as I used to.
This is a good thing.
Mm-hmm. Who is your favorite author and why?
My favorite author is. That's a good question. Besides myself, I know.
Hey, listen, talk that shit. Talk that shit.
Before you even do that, right? When you pick a book to read, do you pick it just because of the author?
No. No, I read the summary and see if it's
because like it's like him, like when he says that question to me, it's like, okay, everything you reading because of the author, like you go there and like, oh, I read this from this guy before, I'm going back to see what else he made. Do you do that too?
I do that. Yeah, I do.
Face, you do that too?
Yeah.
Excuse me.
So Johnny Depp came out with a book.
Johnny Depp.
What is the book title?
And he's like,
Pirates of the Caribbean. Nigga, what the fuck are you talking about?
And you liked it, the book. Right. When you go back, do you be looking for that same, what's his name?
Johnny Depp. He basically asking you, if you find a book by an author you like, you go back and look for that.
Normally,
you know,
if you find a book,
no,
go for the next author to see what it is.
You look like you gonna pick your book based off of how you used to. Remember back then you go to Blockbuster Video and you used to look at the cover of the movie, like damn, this don't look like it's gonna be alright. You know what I mean? Don't stop. So you gotta stop looking for pictures in the book. That's not a good book. It's not gonna. You gotta get it together.
Pictures is crazy.
You know what I mean? You ain't got no pictures of nothing. You know what I mean? Who's supposed to keep you looking?
I don't understand. Yo, I had a fucking joint at my town. Motherfuckers was like, we had a little union meeting. The motherfuckers was like, one boy stood up and said, no, he ain't got to explain something. Just get right by your copy so they can read it. Niggas look like him. If you don't sit your bitch ass down and let him explain this shit. Anybody trying to read?
You don't want to read your union handbook.
They don't want,
hey,
no, it's not that you don't want
to. But no, some things you need to read. You need to, as a former fucking head of the union at the old job, you
so
need
when you give out your shit.
Yes, you better read this handbook, nigga, because when the strike comes, you need to know what's going on.
But he might not understand what's in the book.
But you at least need to try to read it. Either way.
We'll figure it out.
Back to you, Tyra. What is your favorite author?
My favorite author is Terry McMillan.
Okay.
Just
favorite book
all her books, you know, were variety. All her books were very well written.
Okay.
You know, Waiting to Exhale is like iconic to this day. From the book to the movie. Disappearing Eggs, Mama, I read that like 3 or 4 times. So yeah, I would say Terry McMillan.
Do you be mad when they try to like so like Waiting to Exhale? They take the book, they turn it into a movie. Movie does great, but then you take books like True to the Game. That was True to the Game. That was a great book, and then it doesn't translate on screen with Columbus Short.
No.
You know what I'm saying?
They should have left that.
First of all, Cardier was dark skin. So
the book was way better than that movie. They tried.
Right.
Part 1 and 2. It came out with 4.
No.
Yeah, like 3, 2.
That book was so good.
They do.
You saw.
He just won't die.
No. He true to the game.
Yeah, that was a good book. Man.
It was a good book. Terrible fucking movie. Terrible execution on the movie.
Because that's not what Cardier. That's not what you picture when you read about Cardier.
See, that's how you know when you got a good book too, bud. When you're reading the book and it's like the movie is playing out in your head of what a motherfucker look like and all, you know what I'm saying? Like, dog, I remember the first time, the first hood novel I read was Block Party. And I think I knocked that out in like a day and a half because I was like, oh shit, like, but as you reading it, I'm playing this fucking movie in my head. I got characters, what they sound like, everything. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's some good fucking books out there. I'm trying to tell you, bro.
Yeah, my first good book was Fly Girl by Omar Tyree.
I did. I think I read 3 books while I was down in the joint. Muslim brother here, but this what happened. This how he got me because I never really came outside. I never came out my hut. So listen, he gave me a book and said, "Yo, you got 3 days to read it.
Well, let me sit.
3 days to read it,
Right.
and then I'll give you another one." So that's I read 3 books, and what's that? 9 days. Yeah, that's the most I ever read.
That was the last go at it, huh?
That was the last go at it.
It'd be like that sometimes.
But yeah, I'm gonna try.
All right, 1 second.
Good job.
I think the autobiography. I think the listening to it. I think that's cheating.
I don't like audiobooks.
Why not? You like the process of actually.
I like being able to turn the page.
That's the same thing my wife said.
But me, if I was to read it, I would be on Bub's level. Like I want to picture the shit in my.
Right.
I can't picture it.
He
Like,
said Audible is cheating.
yeah, it's cheating.
Hey, but
You're not
hey, listen.
using your brain, and your brain is not going mumbling all your head.
My thing, hey, listen. My thing is this.
You listening? I'm listening to you right now.
Whether you read it or you're listening to it, it's still a message. Did you get the message?
No,
Either
because
way.
I can't even understand what I didn't forgot what you said already about the other shit. But if I've read it,
There it is.
there it is.
I feel that.
Good job, man.
All right, so
Good job, man.
Thank you.
you going there?
Yeah, give it
So-
to me. Give it to me. Give
You
it
got
to
it,
me.
Bub. You getting there? But just read your union handbook so you'll get it.
I'm the one, and actually, how about this? Remember, I told you I don't read. Listen to this, though. Listen to this. At work, I have to read it. I'm the guy that has to read everything, so I can explain it to everybody. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I would
But
love
I
to see
don't
that
read. But
explanation.
I have, huh?
Nothing. Go ahead.
No,
Continue.
I read it. What the upper people say, I read it, and then I translate it to them. They're not dumb. I'm just saying. I just put it in
No, of course. Yeah.
our words.
You're in charge.
I'm not in charge. It's just the people gave me that.
You're in charge of reading.
The work, yeah.
There's a metaphor in your book in the introduction that I wanted to read real quick, and we can get into it. We are all tea bags filled with our life experiences, flaws, insecurities, etc. We can remain simply a tea bag with the ingredients that make us who we are, or we can decide that we want to brew to be beneficial to first ourselves and then others. You can tell I was the nigga. Don't point on me to read in class. I get a little flustered too.
And I'm the queen of that. I'm the queen of that.
So let's
go ahead.
Pretty much, let's get into this tea talk. Break that down to us. Well, I kind of got it. But
I got it.
okay.
I did it. Good job, sis.
Thank you.
We're gonna get to you later. No, we coming to you later because the ass on section today has something to do with the ingredients in your fucking tea bag, and we're gonna get to it.
Shut.
I don't have a tea bag. Don't say I got a tea bag. I don't even like tea. You know I don't like tea.
Well, we're gonna get into your ingredients. When you were coming up with this book, I'm assuming you're a tea drinker, but when you were coming up to this book, no, not at all. Look, the shit.
That's hard to believe.
I know, shit.
You broke it.
I just like the process.
So, break down how you came up with the idea of it, how to basically curate your book into the process of making tea.
So, I was trying to think of a process that, was kind of like you gotta let things sit. So, when you make a cup of tea, you gotta boil the water, you gotta put the tea bag in, you gotta let the tea bag sit, you gotta let it brew.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody likes their tea differently. Some people add sugar, some people add lemon, whatever. So that's how I came up with that.
Right.
And then it's actually a triple entendre because my name starts with T,
Exactly.
right? And then I was spilling tea about myself. So it's
Right.
a triple entendre. It's my name, it's me spilling tea because I'm telling stuff about myself, and then it's the tea process,
Okay.
which is a process for anybody.
Mm-hmm.
Your ingredients aren't the same as mine, but you can still use the same process.
Mm-hmm. Your tea bag gonna have to sit a little longer than everybody else.
And I actually had to go through the process myself in order to write it. Because I always say that to people, like, I can't write anything that I'm not actually doing. Even with the Self-Kids bag, I actually did the 6 weeks before I put it out.
Right.
Because I can't present it to you if it doesn't work for me. You know what I mean? So that's how I came up with the tea process.
Okay.
And then the no sugar is just like, I don't need nothing added. If I like the way I taste, pause,
Yeah. This is a metaphor of life.
It's a metaphor, yes.
I got
And a
that
triple
shit.
entendre.
What's in this? What's in this?
I don't know what he must be drinking tea. He lying.
But no, I'm not really a tea drinker, which is interesting to people that, you know, but that's how much it is a metaphor. Because it's not even about drinking tea.
Shit, I was fucking when I got started reading. I'm like, oh yeah, Chanel. I thought you was heavy on the tea. I thought you was gonna walk in here with a cup of tea.
I wasn't even thinking of that. I wasn't even thinking of that.
See?
But boy, you on some shit, Bob. You got the questions up?
What inspires you today and why?
What inspires me? My creativity. Inspires me daily. It's literally what keeps me going every single day. I always say this, like Jamie Foxx was like, if I can stay funny, I can stay alive. If I can be creative, I can stay alive. It's literally what keeps me alive. It literally is what keeps me alive. I do something creative every single day. Even if it's a 2-second video, I do something creative every single day.
When you figure that one out? When you were small?
I always been that way. Coloring, or I had the old school fashion plates.
Coloring outside the lines.
See?
Hey, look, we do our research here at Bridge and the Cap.
Coloring outside the lines, and they be like, "Oh, she colored outside the lines." Yeah, I did it on purpose. It looks good to me.
Yeah, I was coloring outside the lines too. It wasn't on purpose though. I just get this shit done, teacher. Get the fuck out of here.
You had a pretty big vocabulary in first grade, right?
Yes.
So good, they skipped you to second grade, right? Or
No, they wanted to skip me to second grade.
No,
I didn't want to get skipped to second grade.
And you stayed.
Yeah.
Take us back to that.
You talking about when the teacher asked me to spell transportation?
That was first fucking grade.
In first grade, she asked me to spell transportation. I stood up and spelled transportation.
So that's where the AKA Aquila the Bee.
I like it.
So how did
thing came from?
1 second, cut you off.
Cut off
King's pause for a second.
Right.
Why would the teacher come up with a word like that for?
No, the teacher didn't come up with the word. I stood up and said I could spell transportation.
Oh, you just said out the blue.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought the teacher.
We was doing vocabulary. I mean, this was 6th grade. I'm almost 4.
Oh, okay.
But the teacher was doing.
The teacher was having a spelling bee.
They were doing vocabulary or something, and I was like, I can spell transportation.
And what she said? No, you can't.
And she was like. She just looked at me and I just stood up and spelled it. And she was just like, she called my mom up there and was like, she don't need to be in the first grade.
Hey, listen, I will be very transparent, and I remember being in about 3rd or 4th grade, and we had a spelling bee in the class, and I fucked up on Globe. I fucked up on Globe. Hey, look. Now, first of all, I was in like the 3rd round. I was cooking.
Right.
And then for some reason, I just drew a fucking blank. Globe. Yeah, I don't even think I got. I think I was fucked up between the O and the L. Which one was first? And I had a fucking mental breakdown. It was over with. I didn't even get through the word. I was like,
oh my gosh, that's funny.
Yo,
can you use it in a sentence?
Hey, Bob, I would like to be real transparent.
Okay. Here at Bridge and the Gap podcast, we're all about vulnerability and transparency.
I was in the 3rd grade, and some way, somehow, I got pushed into the 4th grade. I didn't even do the whole 3rd grade. They skipped me.
Wow.
What you think? Because I was smart.
What? No child left behind?
When I went to
here's the thing. He went to Catholic school.
So
he was in Catholic
3rd grade, and whatever I did, they took me out of the 3rd grade and threw me in a whole other school.
I remember when the guy touched you. I remember that. That's fucked up. Nah, I'm fucking with
That's why.
Did you get kicked out?
I was in Stern. I don't know. And then I went to. They took me out of there.
If you wrote a book, what would you call it?
The life of B.I.G. I can't say Biggie because I had to say B.I.G., which is very funny and very, should I say transparent? I mean, transparent. It wouldn't be transparent.
No.
Okay.
Yeah, no. Yeah. Be vulnerable?
It wouldn't be vulnerable. it would be funny and like dangerous. But they got shit.
I know. I was around for some of it.
Yeah.
So I thought about it.
Okay.
If I wrote a book, I would call it I Think, and it would be a book about just different things that I went through in life, just asking like questions to myself, like I think.
My book movie would be like,
I don't know how long it would be and how it would go, but when the questions came through, I said, damn, maybe I should write a book. But I just don't want to write any book, and I don't want to tell all my business. But I can give views of shit I might have went through, and then ask myself whether it was right or wrong, and it might help.
What's the closest?
So that would be the name of my book, I think.
What's the closest movie that would be a book? Like, what's the closest movie these you think that'll be one?
The Sandlot.
I knew it.
I already told y'all what mine would be. The Titanic.
Yeah, that's right.
A big party on a sinking ship. I'm trying to tell you. Like, it's rough.
You think so?
Shit will be
That was fun in the beginning.
The title of my book will be "Stay Low and Keep Firing." Like, I'm trying to tell you.
Somebody gonna die at the end of the book?
It's a lot of death in that book, buddy.
Wow.
Tired.
Wow, I like that though.
If you were writing, not a cup of tea, if you were writing a semi-autobiography or a biography, or somebody was writing yours, what would you want the title to be called?
Pink Starbursts are not my favorite.
Elaborate. That's hard.
Most people believe that all women's favorite Starburst flavor is pink. Mine is not pink. Never has been pink. They got a whole bag of pink Starbursts. A whole aisle just only pink Starbursts because they believe all women like pink Starbursts. I like yellow. Yellow is my favorite.
That's the headache color. Yellow is the headache color.
No. Favorite color is purple.
Yellow and green, those are the headache Starbursts. Like,
yeah, I like pink Starbursts. It's just not my favorite.
I don't like them pink ones. Red or orange. That's it.
Orange is good.
Red or orange. That's it. I'll dig through the whole bag and leave the rest in there.
So
that's a great fucking title. Is that in the works? Because that was right off the cuff. You knew what you were doing.
No.
Okay, all right. Hey, listen. You paid talent.
My next book is about the soft life.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's almost done soon. I ain't giving out the title because I ain't.
Don't do that.
Right.
Yeah, don't give up the
It's about the
salt.
salt.
But it is coming. 2025, 2026, 27?
2025.
2025.
Yeah.
Something to look forward to.
Back to this tea talk.
Let's go.
What's in your tea bag, or what flavored tea would you be?
What flavored tea would I be?
Yeah.
Do they have a whiskey flavored tea?
Oh my God.
My tea.
Probably be black tea.
I think, man, my tea would have.
Be like a black
I would have an Irish tea. Mine would be the tea with a black tea with a shot of fucking Jameson in it.
Oh, that's your tea?
Yeah.
Why the Jameson? What does that describe?
Just
Rough, hard.
That's just it's just
rough day.
The way to depress after a fucking long day. A little shot of Jameson and a glass of wine. Hey man, you know what? No, my wine, weed, and whiskey. www. That might be the title of my book. www.
Yeah.
Wine, weed, and whiskey.
Wine, weed, and whiskey. Write that down, bro. Write that down.
Hey, listen. The three www. The 3 keys to life. Wine, weed, and whiskey.
Write it down. You gotta write that down.
I got it. Mental note.
God,
What's in your tea bag? What's in your tea?
I don't have tea. I got coffee. I got coffee beans over here. Like men should have coffee beans. Y'all niggas ain't got no beans in y'all. Am I right? I'm a whole bean bag over this bitch. You hear me?
So here's the thing.
Get me in the thing. Let me sauce it all out all the way to the end of the day. And I come out liquid. And I go home. And then start it up again because that's how my day go, bitch. Yes. That's how my day go. I'm strong in the morning when I go to work. My shit, I'm in a bag now. I'm simmering under the. And at the end of the day, pour me out right back in my bed at the end of the day. Wake up another motherfucking coffee bean. I ain't no fucking tea bag. We trying to get. I'm a journalist today. I understand, but I mean, the day is a day. She knew what it was on. She watched the show. She knew I was not going to say anything. I'm drinking fucking cognac
and Hennessy infused.
No, cognac and vodka together.
With wine.
I didn't have no wine.
Oh my God.
So, we're ending Mental Health Awareness Month.
Yes.
Excuse me. I'm sorry.
It's all right.
I apologize. That's your metaphor.
Yeah.
God.
Can you
How
describe
you feel about a
ways that
man
you
who asked him
maintain
how
your...
his tea bag gonna look? How was your tea bag, baby? How you gonna walk out and ask that nigga? You gonna ask that nigga if his beans are... I'm sorry. It just pisses me off when they do shit like that. I am a man. Ain't nothing but beans down here. I shoot off beans, a million of them motherfuckers. Ain't
No tea, huh?
Ain't no tea. Ain't no tea in
And
tea.
this is why we can't get women.
Hey, listen, I'm
Why we got 13%? This is why 13, 14%. We trying. We
We
trying.
apologize.
He's still being progressive.
Pam, I'm sorry. I tried.
Oh yeah,
tried
I'm sorry,
out
I'm Pam.
Yeah.
He's still progressing.
Yeah.
Still
You gotta
progressing.
fucking. Oh. Sorry, I'm Pam. I was talking to you. I don't want to talk to you like that. I'm sorry.